Welcome back. This week's vlog is sponsored by Blue Apron. If you want to support me, please support my sponsors. Check out the link in the description. The first 100 viewers get 3 meals on your first Blue Apron order for free. Blue Apron allows you to create delicious chef-designed recipes at home. Blue Apron delivers all the farm-fresh ingredients you need right to your doorstep in exactly the right proportions. There's no trips to the grocery store, no waste from unused ingredients. They offer 2-person or family plan. The package comes in a refrigerated box with ice packs in the event that the package comes when nobody's home. The ingredients will stay fresh. They ship to most of the country. There is no commitment. You can skip or cancel at any time. All the meals are 500 to 800 calories per person. All meals are prepared in under 40 minutes. Taylor is much better in the kitchen than me, but this week we were able to work together and make these meals. They came out great. Thank you, Blue Apron. Why you're such a good cook?
Because of Blue Apron, duh.
Support my sponsors if you want me to stay in the shop. A few projects I got done this week. Candle cage. With the Torchmate CNC plasma, I was able to make this cage. It's a pattern. It's kind of like these grills that surround the candles. A lot of people commented that, I'm not like I used to be. Things have changed. It's easy to make things with fancy machines. It prompted a question in my mind, and you guys can contemplate this, maybe comment about it. Making with the hand or making with the mind? Is there any difference? Curious. My other video this week is a 3-way bandsaw stand. You could stand it up on its head, you could stand it up on its bottom, and you could also cantilever it so it becomes a chopping bandsaw. That video is my new Lincoln sponsored video that's going to be out in the next couple of days. And for my Core 77 video out next Wednesday, I'm making, it's right here behind the camera, is these old bins I found in the garbage. I talked about them in the podcast today. I found these bins in the garbage over 15 years ago. I have a lot of them, so I took 16 of them and I made a rack for them. So look for that. It's a fairly simple build, but the way the joinery goes together and the way I accomplished the dado cuts, I think is new. In class this week at the School of Visual Arts, I showed the students how to use a vinyl cutter. This vinyl cutter is only about 120 bucks. I think it's called a Cameo. I got it on Amazon about a year ago. I don't use it that much, but once in a while when I do need it, it comes in really handy. And it's super easy to use. I'm not pitching this brand in particular, but the idea of a vinyl cutter is extremely useful. I know a lot of artists that use it as, they use the vinyl as a mask for making really precise stenciled paintings. You could actually layer the vinyl. You get multiple colors. I know a lot of graffiti artists in New York will do multiple layers of the vinyl and get a multicolored sticker, and it works really easy for nice, precise graphics. So check out vinyl cutters. You should get your hands on one of them if you haven't by now. This week's mailbag. Thank you, Greg. Check out my buddy Rory May, Dirty Smith. And thank you, Dylan. Dylan, this is a beautiful piece. Thank you very much, my friend. And the note on the back is beautiful. So thank you, brother. Max Maker and I are working on this knife together. We had a little Skype call this week on the cell phone. Max, I haven't been at the house to measure the vise. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be at the house this week. Plans changed. Keep going.
Give it to me. How do you want this to be?
Keep going. I had a visit this week from Ben Ueda from Homemade Modern. Check out Ben's channel. And this is a little interview with me and Ben. I'm going to make a long form version of it. Sometimes my unlisted videos end up in my liked videos. I'm going to put Ben's long form interview in there. Maybe not today, but sometime this week. So I'm here today with Ben from Homemade Modern.
My background is architecture. Then I had a tech company where we actually became the largest supplier of home designs in the country.
Home designs? You mean like floor plan home
designs?
designs?
Yeah, like blueprints. So we were the largest supplier of blueprints for home design. So we created like in the sort of like second .com boom. Then when I sold that company, then I was like, what do I do next? And that's when I started doing YouTube or making videos first, Vimeo stuff.
Right.
And I started making videos then.
Right.
There's so many ways to do this type of content.
Yeah.
And just ways to do it where you make something totally mundane and normal, but you make it in a really interesting way. Right. And then there's ways where you do a totally normal technique. Oh, I'm only going to use a 2x4 and a table saw, but I'm going to make something that's pretty remarkable.
Right. It's funny, I always tell my students, you can take really good work and photograph it badly and make it look bad.
Yeah.
Or you could take really bad work and photograph it good and make it look really good.
Yeah.
So it's up to you as the artist to try and filter correctly in your world.
Yeah, I always
the right outcome.
I always use like the cooking analogy because that's a type of making that almost everyone has experience with. As I say, if you're just getting started cooking, or if you're just getting started making, think of it about just getting started cooking. Don't try to make the souffle. Try to make like the super simple thing that has like where you let the ingredients do a lot of the work. Put rice in the rice cooker, grill a steak, and maybe a little bit of vegetables.
Right.
So you can do a complete meal, but you're really only adding one or two things to each thing.
Right.
Whereas if you try to bake something, or then the temperature's a little bit off, or
a lot of people have this misconception of they watch me make something like this, or watch you make that staircase, for instance, and they think, oh, I can try that. And then when they fail, they feel horrible that they failed.
Yeah.
Whereas music, as an analogy, you would hear somebody play the violin and you go, oh my God, that's years of practice. Wow, that's great. But
that's true. Yeah.
For making, they don't have that same association.
Yeah, they think of it. It's because, especially if you show things in a step-by-step kind of manner. Even if it is at 3,000% speed or whatever, is they feel like if they just reiterate the process, they lose the sort of nuance in that.
Yeah. Is there any advice that you would give to any new makers, YouTubers, designers?
Just start making stuff and don't overthink it. I think one of the things is people try to come up with this master plan. They're like, oh, I'm going to be like Jimmy, so I need to do this and this. No, whatever situation you're in, try to figure out what's universal about that. Try to reach that initial audience of other people that might be in a similar thing. So if you live in like suburban Arizona, don't try to emulate this in like a basement in New York.
Right.
Try to do something that speaks to that because there's plenty of other people in that set of circumstances.
Right on. Very cool. Ben from Homemade Modern. Check it out. Thanks for coming.
Oh, my pleasure.
Sure.
Shawn Hogan is a young maker that stopped by to visit. He brought me a birthday gift, and while we were talking, he told me he was a drummer. So I handed him a pair of pencils, and I said, drum.
Shawn Hogan.
And you're still drumming? And this is my birthday present?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you, my friend. This is awesome. Check out Shawn. He makes Bluetooth speakers inside of old suitcases, which is a great niche. So good luck, brother.
You have
What
this
is it?
one?
What is this?
It holds weird shape at weird angles.
You're not going to use that?
I have no use for it.
I'll keep it in my shop for you.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what it comes down to. That's why I don't want to give it to you, but I'll give it to you. At least you're going to use the damn things.
Kai is a trash picker. Went to his place, scrap it up a couple of vlogs ago. For this vise, I traded him my grizzly mill. That's probably one of the heaviest things in the shop to get up the stairs. Thank God he brought some friends with him.
Yeah, I'll take the grizzly.
You can have it.
What do you mean?
I don't need it. I got a Bridgeport. You want it? You can take it. Let's lean it back and then see how much it takes to go up one step. And then one step, and then one step. Goodbye, Grizzly. to its new home.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you. Hiya, hiya.
Hiya, hiya.
Thank you. My personal move has been going really well. The concept is a truckload a week. And this week, Brett and I loaded up some of the heaviest stuff out of the shop. The heaviest thing we probably ever had to move out of the shop was this rolling mill bender from Harbor Freight.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I ain't got it.
What is that? It's a Telefunken U47.
Wee wee? Wee wee? Make a wee wee?
All right, Raina. So everybody wants to know who you are to me.
Your unofficial daughter or your niece.
Because your dad is a friend of mine from the city for many years. Your dad helped me shoot a lot of my early pitches, and actually he was an actor in some of the pitches. And now you have your own YouTube channel.
Yes, Rainas Universe.
Rainas Universe, link.
Just my universe, like, you know, I do like vlogs when I like just video what I'm doing, I guess.
Vlogging, and you hang.
Yeah.
You live down the block, so that's why.
Yeah,
you're
so I
hanging out
come here all the time, and I have like I've done a bunch of videos with Jimmy.
You play the violin?
Yes, and I play clarinet, and I ice skate. Yeah.
Wow, you're like a child prodigy. And you're a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And you're going to be 15 in a couple days.
On Monday.
And you're an Aries.
Mhm.
I'm an Aries too. So everybody check out Rainas Universe.
My next goal is 1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscribers. What are we at right now?
827.
827. So tell everybody you know and go subscribe to Rainas Universe. If there's any Yankees watching, if anybody knows any Yankee, Raina needs an autographed baseball. Do you see my baseball? I wish I started my channel when I was 15. Can you imagine how many times people would say, "You've changed"? Thank you for joining me this week. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.